Thank you all so much for joining us today. My name is Denise Gruden. I'm the Medicare Sales Executive with Western Health Advantage, and I want to thank you for choosing Western Health Advantage and joining us to learn a little bit about how your benefits work for you so you can maximize those benefits. Today we are joined with our guest from Truhearing. Let's see here, her name is Cora Harriman, and she is the Director of Account Management with Truhearing. Again, we appreciate your time, and I'll go ahead and leave it over to Cora.
Great, thanks, Denise. Well, good morning. Thank you so much for joining today. Again, I am Cora Harriman. I am one of the Directors of Account Management at Truhearing, and Truhearing has partnered with Western Health Advantage to provide your hearing aid benefit this year. So I'm here today to tell you about the Truhearing program and how to use your benefit and answer any questions that you may have. So Denise, I'm just gonna see if I can share my screen really quickly.
Okay.
And switch it over, and we will get started.
Perfect.
All right. Well,
thank you.
Sure. Well, let me just start by welcoming you all to Truhearing officially. Good hearing is very important to your overall health, and that is why Western Health Advantage provides you with a hearing aid benefit through Truhearing. Whether you suffer from hearing loss or you're simply exploring your benefits, we are here every step of the way. Have you ever considered how hearing better could affect your health? Research shows that hearing plays a major role in our physical and mental well-being. So simply put, better hearing is good for both your body and brain. Hearing better keeps our minds sharp. It helps us connect to our loved ones and can help keep us alert and even improve our balance. Your Western Health Advantage plan includes the hearing aid coverage through Truhearing, and this means that you can save thousands and hear better than ever. When you call Truhearing, we'll pair you with one of our local Truhearing providers, and they will provide the care that you need. The Truhearing program includes 3 simple steps, and we're going to walk through each one in detail here. But it's a call, a first visit for a hearing exam, which you have at a $0 copay under your plan, and follow-up care. Now, when you call Truhearing, you'll speak to one of our helpful hearing consultants, and that consultant will work with you directly throughout your experience. You will receive their direct contact information, their phone number, their email address, so that you can reconnect with that same person whenever you'd like. So first, your hearing consultant will look up your choice of convenient providers near you, and will schedule your first hearing appointment. And that's a really important part of our program. It's really important that you remember that your first step is always to contact Truhearing or have Western Health Advantage connect you directly to Truhearing, rather than scheduling directly through a provider's office. And that's how we make sure that you get the care, the experience that we provide, and most importantly, that you're getting the correct benefits and pricing and products that are available to you as part of your plan. The hearing consultant can also answer any questions that you might have about your insurance benefits, providers, or hearing exams. So we're here just to answer questions. You don't necessarily have to be ready to schedule. You can call Truhearing just to ask questions, and that is more than okay. If you've never received a hearing exam before, they can also really help prepare you for that first visit and help you get a sense for what to expect when you go in for your hearing exam. They also provide directions, and they will send you an appointment confirmation as well as a reminder the day before your first visit. At your first visit with the Truhearing provider, you will receive a comprehensive hearing exam. And then they'll discuss the results of the exam with you. And if needed, if they've detected hearing loss, they will recommend hearing aids that work best for your individual hearing loss, your budget, and your lifestyle. So often they'll ask you a lot of questions about how you spend your time and what you like to do so they can make the absolute best recommendation for you personally. And they will go over all available hearing aid options under your benefit. So this includes things like colors, styles, the technology, and your benefit pricing. If you choose to order hearing aids, and you absolutely have no pressure to do so, you do that right there through the provider, and you would pay your applicable benefit cost share, which you can find in your Western Health Advantage evidence of coverage. The provider would then order the hearing aids through Truhearing, and the hearing aids are then sent back to the provider to deliver them to you at your first follow-up appointment, which is for your hearing aid fitting. Now, we also have financing available to those who may need it or be interested. So if you have questions about financing options, if you want some help with the cost of your, even your benefit cost shares, don't hesitate to ask your hearing consultant, and you can also ask the provider. Next, you'll return to that same provider to be fit with your new hearing aids and to have the first adjustments made to ensure that you're comfortable and you feel confident in your new hearing aids. The provider will train you on all aspects of how to use and care for your new hearing aids. And this includes things like how to make some simple adjustments yourself, how to control all the settings, how to clean your hearing aids, how often you should clean them, how to change batteries, ways to properly store your hearing aids. And they'll also help you if you're interested in pairing your hearing aid with a smartphone. They will help you with installation and how to use the hearing aid app. And that's a really popular way. A lot of people pair their hearing aids with a phone in order to have an easier way to make adjustments and control volume and settings. You'll also receive free aftercare, so that includes 1 full year of follow-up visits with the Truhearing provider for any additional adjustments you might need, ongoing education. Maybe you have questions about cleaning, or you just want some assistance in any way. And we just do that to make sure that you're completely satisfied with your hearing aids and that you have a good experience long-term. Now, if you're a first-time hearing aid wearer, we also encourage you to be patient with yourself, as it can take time for your ears and your brain to adjust to hearing sounds through your new hearing aids. So wearing them consistently and really leaning on your provider are key for having a good long-term experience. We know that there's a lot to learn, and we are here every step of the way. At Truhearing, we know that when you hear better, you feel better. Now, if you're thinking that you don't feel quite ready to take that first step to call Truhearing, but you think you may be experiencing hearing loss, we encourage you to take our fast, free online hearing screening. It's helped many others find out if they have hearing loss, and it can help you too. It doesn't replace, or it's not a substitute for a full hearing exam that you would get through a provider's office, but it is kind of a nice first step if you don't feel quite ready. Now, you can take the screening from the comfort of your own home through the use of a computer, tablet, or smartphone, and you can use any type of headphones or earbuds. You just need to find a quiet spot. The screening takes about 5 minutes, and it will give you results for both ears. Just simply type one of the links that you see on the screen into your internet browser to reach the online screening. And if you have any trouble at all with those links, the same screening is also available on our website at truhearing.com. Now, in addition to saving thousands on your purchase of the highest quality hearing aids through the Truhearing program and your Western Health Advantage benefit, you also receive, as mentioned, the full first year, 12 months of follow-up visits after you receive your hearing aids. You get a full 3-year manufacturer warranty for loss or any damage of the hearing aids. You get a 60-day free trial, and that's to try out your new hearing aids. So during that time, you could return your hearing aids for a full refund, or for example, you might decide you want to switch to a different style, and you can do that during that 60-day trial period. You also receive 80 batteries per aid, when you buy a non-rechargeable model. And rechargeable hearing aid models are also available. Now, hearing aid technology today offers so much more than we could have imagined even 5 or 10 years ago. And your hearing aid benefit gives you access to the highest quality hearing aids through Truhearing at much lower cost than available for those same high quality hearing aids on the retail market. This can save you not only an out-of-pocket expense, but keep you from having to sacrifice on quality or features. This slide that you see here is really just showing you an example of how hearing aid technology levels compare. You and your Truhearing provider together will decide which hearing aids are best for you based on your individual hearing loss and your lifestyle and needs. Many new hearing aids offer smartphone app connectivity, as we mentioned, and that helps you to harmonize your hearing aids with your everyday life. So it's an easy way to control volume and settings, and a lot of people like to pair their hearing aids with their smartphone because it's a more discreet way to control the hearing aids. And you also don't have to take the hearing aid off your ear or try to mess with small controls that are a part of the hearing aid itself. There's additional new hearing aid technology today that helps you live a more natural, connected lifestyle. So for example, own voice processing is a feature that helps the sound of your own voice sound more natural in your ears through your hearing aid so that it's not really loud or distorted, which can often be a complaint of people who wear hearing aids. There's also motion sensors and acoustic sensors in hearing aids today that adjust automatically to the world around you as you move from one environment to another. And there's rechargeable devices that can keep you moving without having to mess with frequent battery changes. A lot of people ask me how long batteries last. How often do people change batteries? And it really depends on how strong the hearing aid is and how often you're wearing it and whether you're streaming, watching TV or taking phone calls, listening to music. But in general, most people change their batteries on average about once a week. So if you have 2 hearing aids, that's 2 batteries that you're changing every week. That's why a lot of people choose rechargeable models, because today rechargeable styles can last all day and then be recharged at night when you sleep. So did you know that more than 38 million Americans suffer from some degree of hearing loss? So if you think you may be experiencing hearing loss, you're definitely not alone. Truhearing is here to help you stay connected to the ones you love, and our goal is to make it easy to treat your hearing loss so you can get back to living your best life. Now, to find out more about your hearing aid coverage, we encourage you to refer to your Western Health Advantage Evidence of Coverage document, or you can also call Truhearing directly at the numbers you see on the screen. My Care Plan members can call toll-free 855-634-9283, and CalPERS members can call 855-635-5576. And also, if you are already on the phone with your Western Health Advantage plan, talking about other benefits of yours, and you happen to have questions about your hearing aid benefit or you want to use your benefits, your Western Health Advantage representative can also warm transfer you directly to Truhearing. So we thank you for your time today and for being a very valued Western Health Advantage member. I'm here if you guys have any questions that I can assist with at this time, but other than that, I would hand it back over to Denise.
Thank you, Cora. You did an awesome job. We appreciate you. Well, let's see here. We do have a couple questions before we get into, let's see here. Let's go through some of these questions. We did have somebody say one of their biggest issues they've had with one of their hearing providers is upselling. Do you have a problem with your providers, or how is that addressed if there's a provider trying to upsell or talk somebody into a different type of hearing aid device than the one they're looking to obtain?
That is a great question and definitely a valid concern, because that is something that is commonly found with retail providers. You know, in general, audiologists that are running their own office, you know, they might sell maybe 15 hearing aids a month. And so we do often hear stories about upselling. That's a huge part of the reason why at Truhearing, we really prefer to schedule the first appointment. It tells the provider that the member is coming to them through Truhearing, and we're able to give them the benefit details, everything that they need to know about that member's benefit before the member even goes in for their first appointment. And then as part of their contract with Truhearing, they really cannot do any upselling. So they're there to deliver all of the options available under the benefit. Now that said, we do have something called an opt-out provision. And really how that works is if somebody is you know, interested in using their benefit, or, you know, interested in the hearing aids, but maybe there's somebody who's already been wearing hearing aids for some time, and there's a specific brand that they're very comfortable with, and they want to stay loyal to that hearing aid brand. If it's a brand that we carry in our catalog, they can opt out of their benefit and access our discount program so that the member can still, you know, get access to the hearing aid brand they prefer, but at less expensive cost than straight retail. If we do hear about any negative experiences a member has at a provider's office, or they feel like they were receiving any kind of pressure to buy a different hearing aid than what they wanted, or maybe something outside of their benefit, we definitely want to know about that. And we have a provider team who you know, works with our provider network and would certainly be investigating that and reaching out to them. I can tell you, I've been working for Truhearing over 5 years now, and those incidents and complaints are very low compared to a lot of supplemental benefits. And I have worked for other supplemental benefit providers, so I have a little bit of a comparison there. So hopefully that helps. Is there, I see another question about Costco. Would you like?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, go right ahead. How
Sure.
would you compare to those low-priced discounted hearing aids at other
Yes.
stores, such as Costco?
Costco is a really good question. That is something that will come up, and your brokers and agents definitely will get questions from members about Costco. We don't say a lot of negative things necessarily about Costco, but how I usually describe it is, number one, Costco is not a part of the Truhearing network, and never really will be. That's not their model to work with third-party organizations. They are really retail-based. Costco does carry a lot of different hearing aid brands along with their own kind of branded Kirkland signature hearing aid. But usually how the best way to describe it to members is kind of calling out the differences. So Truhearing carries all major manufacturer brands, but we only work with the tier 1 hearing aid manufacturers worldwide. We don't sell any brands that are considered B or C level brands that aren't the best top of the food chain technology. Costco carries some tier 1 brands, but they also carry lower brands, B and C brand hearing aids. So it's really important, if a member is making some comparisons between their benefit and what's at Costco, that they ask a lot of questions about the hearing aids themselves, just to make sure they know what they're getting. Costco also has more of a limited selection on styles than Truhearing. And, you know, our network consists of over 7,000 credentialed audiologists and hearing aid specialists across the country, whereas Costco is all through their retail centers, and they have about 500, just over 500 stores. So in terms of accessibility, generally our providers are, you know, located much more conveniently. But Costco is a popular route. A lot of people like Costco for many reasons, and we don't necessarily dissuade people from exploring their options at Costco. It's just a very different experience. So rather than having a clinical experience with a provider's office, it's more of a retail experience. So hopefully that helps. But if you get specific questions about Costco, we're always here to help navigate some of those.
Great, thank you, Cora.
You're welcome.
Okay, are there any more questions? Let's see. Well, doesn't look like we have any questions, but we will address any questions you might think about after this presentation ends. We'll go ahead and send an email out to everyone that attended today. Unless you prefer we do not contact you, then go ahead and put that in the chat. It is private. Nobody can see it except for the panelists and hosts. But in the meantime, I would like to encourage all of you to register for our upcoming webinars, such as the one you've attended today. We'll have a different benefit presentation at each of our webinars. And just go back to the link where you registered for the Truhearing presentation. And I think our next one is the over-the-counter benefit, and coming up after that is our Silver and Fit Fitness benefit. And let's see, I think Assist America, and then we'll of course have a recap of all of this. If you've missed one of our presentations, we are recording all of these sessions and they will be posted on our website shortly. So thank you so much for your time today. We'll go ahead and give it a few more minutes in case there's questions. Oh, let's see, there we go. Thank you. In addition to contacting Truhearing, you can also contact for any of your benefit questions or eligibility. You can call Member Services at 888-563-2250, 7 days a week. Okay, well, I think that we are all set. I don't see any more questions. So Cora, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate Truhearing as a partner, and thank all of you for choosing Western Health Advantage as your Medicare Advantage plan benefit, and we look forward to serving you. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks so much, Denise. You too.